Hey, what's up guys? It's Finn McKenty, your favorite YouTube expert and former punk rock MBA. Yeah, we'll get into that later. Welcome back to my super profitable series, What Killed the Genre, where I break down why certain genres didn't make it, and why I'm still raking in cash from them. Today we're talking about nu metal, the genre that ruled the late 90s and early 2000s, only to vanish when people stopped buying enough bandanas. Now if you're sitting there thinking, Finn, nu metal just kind of faded out because it was kind of cringy, well, you're partially right, but the real reason it died is far simpler. People stopped buying stuff. Music, yeah, that's nice, but selling $80 t-shirts and logo-stamped hoodies, that's where the real money was. Let me take you back to 1995. I'm in Seattle, just being way too cool for my high school, and I see Korn opening for Sick of It All. Korn looks like they just walked out of a rave, but instead of glow sticks, they brought guitars that sounded like they were made of cement. And you know what? It worked. Their music was like nothing I'd ever heard. Dark, heavy, and groovy. It wasn't just music, it was a movement. It was marketable. I mean, who needs to be good when you can create an entirely new lifestyle that gets people to buy overpriced merch? Korn had no clue, but they were already influencers before Instagram even existed. They didn't just play music, they sold vibes, and teens everywhere bought it. You weren't just listening to Korn, you were buying their brand, and the more bandanas you wore, the more metal you looked. That was the real innovation. Now let's talk about the real success of nu metal, the fans. This genre wasn't just music, it was for kids who didn't fit in anywhere else. Too angsty for grunge, too emotional for metal, too suburban for rap. These kids needed something that said, I'm mad at my parents, but I'm still going to bed by 9 p.m. to play Halo. Nu metal was the answer. It gave them a way to scream into a pillow without actually dealing with real life. It wasn't about the music, it was about the lifestyle that came with it. Korn, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot, they all sold this identity of cool that wasn't about being good. It was about being marketable. It wasn't about the music. It was about wearing a hoodie with a logo that told everyone you were part of something. Oh, and Fred Durst? He wasn't just rapping, he was building a brand, and I'll tell you, that brand made him a lot of money. So Korn drops Life is Peachy in '96, and boom, nu metal is everywhere. It wasn't just about music anymore, it was about selling the experience. Bands figured out that the trick wasn't making good albums, it was making merchandise that fans would buy whether or not they knew the lyrics to the songs. Slipknot, their masks weren't about being creepy, they were about branding. Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst knew the secret was selling hoodies that said $80, not good music. And you know what? It worked. You could walk into any Hot Topic, aka the birthplace of nu metal merch, and buy a Slipknot hoodie, a Limp Bizkit wristband, a Korn sticker, and feel like you were the ultimate rebellious teen. The more merch you wore, the more authentic you were. And Fred Durst, he was basically the CEO of that entire operation, making millions off of kids who just wanted to feel cool while crying to Nookie. Genius. But by 2003, the magic started to wear off. People weren't buying $80 t-shirts anymore. The angry, angsty vibe started to feel forced, like a brand new bottle of Axe body spray that you sprayed too much of. It got old. Suddenly, metalcore came along and provided the same heavy, intense music without all the cringe. Bands like As I Lay Dying didn't need to sell merch to be cool, they let the music speak for itself, and guess what? People actually liked it more. Nu metal's problem wasn't that it was bad music, well, okay, sometimes, but that the look started to feel so manufactured. It wasn't about the music anymore, it was about selling the image. And once people realized they could listen to cool music without all the unnecessary baggage of wearing a $100 Slipknot mask, nu metal kind of fell out of style. Here's the thing, nu metal may not be mainstream anymore, but its influence is everywhere. And I'm still making bank from it. Even if nu metal has died, the ideas it popularized are still alive. Think about it. Down-tuned guitars, aggressive rapping, angsty lyrics. You hear it in modern metalcore, deathcore, and even hip-hop. Every time someone uses a 7-string guitar, a piece of nu metal lives on. And those fans who were once all in for the nu metal life, they're all grown up now, but guess what? They still buy into the brand. Korn and Limp Bizkit still tour, and guess who's buying tickets? The same people who wore their bandanas 20 years ago, still trying to recapture that fleeting feeling of rebellion, but now they're also bringing their kids. So, while nu metal might not be in the charts anymore, it will never die in the world of branding and merch. That's where the real money is. So thanks for watching. And if you want to buy a $50 What Killed Nu Metal t-shirt, you know where to go.